Let's talk about what is the history of SQL Server. When did Microsoft introduce first time into the market? We'll talk about here. The current version which is running in the market is SQL 2019, but what is the initial version number and when it started and what are all changes which has been added and what are all the major versions in the SQL history. We'll talk about it. So I just documented the versions which are from 6.5. See, the first version which I can tell you is the SQL Server with the name of 6.5. It got added or introduced to the market in the year of 1996. But still you have couple of old versions which people are still using even beforehand. So the 6.5 version got introduced in the market in 1996 with the name of SQL Server 6.5. The next version is 7.0, SQL 7.0, that introduced in the year of 1998. Even I never seen that version 6.5 and 7.0. The next version is SQL 2000. We also call it as a SQL 8.0. That got introduced in the year of 2000. Yeah, I started using 2000 version. I know the SQL 2000 interface. SQL 2000. The next version is SQL 2005. There was a major changes happened between SQL 2000 and 2005. In person, I have seen those. So Microsoft introduced business intelligence for the first time along with SQL 2005. Those are SQL Server Integration Services SSIS, SQL Server Reporting Services SSRS, SQL Server Analysis Services SSCIS. And it is inbuilt with SQL 2005. There is no separate license for that. So the next version is SQL Server 2008 with a version number 10.0. It got released in the year of 2008. Immediately they gave one more version, SQL Server 2008 R2 with a version backend number 10.5. Even 2005 and 2008 R2 also major versions only. The next version is SQL Server 2012 with many differences, many improvements. Each and every version has their own unique advantages. SQL 2012 and started occupying major market shares. And the backend we call it as SQL 11 and it released in the year of 2012. The next version SQL 2014 and we call it as a SQL 12 2014 year released. The next version is SQL 2016 and Microsoft started adding Azure capabilities along with SQL, Folly based features, improvements and other big data integrated capabilities with SQL, and it supports JSON objects and XML objects. Even we have other versions as well. JSON supports, image supports, everything we are getting now along with SQL recent versions. SQL 2016 released with SQL 13 in the year of 2016. The next version in SQL 2017 immediately with the SQL version number 14, SQL 14 in the year of 2017. The next is SQL 2019 server which is running, which is having many more capabilities with the version SQL 15.0 in the year of release is 2019. So I have seen SQL Server starting from 2000 till 2019. I have seen all versions of SQL Server. So in these sessions, I am planning to cover a couple of sessions on 2016, couple on 2019, so that you will be familiar with both a little old version and the new version of SQL Server. So if you see, each and every version has their own unique advantages and there are minimal deprecated features. We have a forward compatibility. Let us assume you developed a package in 2008. So can I migrate that project with a minimal changes to 2019? Of course you can do it, but in the middle you may need to migrate to 2012 and 2016 and 2019. Like that, you may need to do the migration step by step. So you may not be able to do a direct migration. So you have a forward compatibility between old version to new version. There are very minimal deprecated features. Okay, so that's all about history. See you in the